8th grade students and families, welcome back from spring break. Hopefully you have had a restful time and that you did something fun. Personally, I had a great time in Tahoe with my family. But now that break is over, we've arrived at the final stretch before the end of the school year, and we've only got a couple of weeks to go. So let's end on a strong note. With CASP testing around the corner and lots of material left to cover in all of students' classes, it promises to be a very busy and even possibly stressful journey to the end of our school year. Remember to take breaks when you need them and to prioritize your well-being. We can all do this together. In the lab this week, the 7th graders will be continuing their exploration of the living things around them. Previously, before break in science, students built a foundation of vocabulary about ecology and learned about the different living and non-living factors that affect organisms in their environment. This week, we will be learning more about the needs of organisms in their habitats. Once we have learned about habitats, students will get the opportunity to describe a habitat of their own. At the end of the week, students will observe organisms in their habitats. And while I would love to take students on a field trip to the African savanna to observe lions and zebras, or maybe to the Arctic Circle to observe polar bears and penguins, I think that permission slip might be a little too complicated to fill out. So instead, we'll have to settle for a nature documentary. The 8th graders, on the other hand, will be picking up right where they left off with their Inertia Stations. Before the break, the students were interacting with a variety of different activities designed to have them explore Newton's first law of motion and inertia. They played Jenga, they attempted to build towers of cards, they even balanced tennis balls on their heads. Students will continue these stations at the beginning of the week to learn more about how unbalanced forces have an effect on objects and how an object's inertia will try to resist that movement. Toward the end of the week, students will use an online simulation tool to further help them visualize these forces in action. This PhET simulation will guide them through different motion scenarios and use visual vector lines to help students truly observe the forces in action. With all of that being said, I hope that you have a fabulous week this week. Please let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the things happening in my lab or elsewhere here on campus. Thank you for taking the time to watch this week's preview video, and I really hope that you have an amazing week this week. I'll talk to you later, and remember to continue to wear a mask where it is necessary or required, to be a kind and respectful member of our community, and to always think like a scientist.